I've always struggled to find ways to motivate myself to journal. I know that journaling is good for me because it's a form of release and creativity, but sometimes I'm just so lazy. Here's 5 things I've done recently to journal more, or at least to journal a little bit more regularly. I should probably preface this by saying that when I use the words journal or journaling, I'm referring to the general act of recounting something in a notebook or paper medium. I know I generally talk about art journaling on this channel, but for today, I'm going to be a little bit more broad. Number 1, ditch conventions. When I start writing in my journal, or even start an art journaling spread, I usually have a preconceived notion of what it should look like at the end, which usually means that I've completed a full page of writing, or completely covered a spread with different design elements. Well, take those preconceived notions and throw them away. Who cares if you don't complete a full page of journaling? You can start and stop wherever you want. Some days, I'll only want to write for half a page, and that's fine. You can always continue that page or spread tomorrow or even next week. I think a lot of people are deterred from starting a journaling session because they think it's a huge time commitment because you need to finish the page or spread you started, but that's totally not the case. Number 2, turn it into a game. My favorite thing as of late is grabbing 3 to 5 materials or supplies and making an art journal spread with those things. It's a fun challenge and it really forces you to get creative and just play in your journal. When I'm in the mood to write, however, I'll usually rant or write about my day in my journal, but I'll challenge myself to write in cursive. It's a fun way to slow down your thoughts when you're writing, plus you get a chance to practice the dying art of handwriting. Number 3, morning pages. The morning pages exercise is discussed in Julia Cameron's book, The Artist's Way, and it's essentially a daily writing practice in which you write 3 pages of stream of consciousness writing each morning. The thought behind this exercise is to help creators and artists get past their mental blocks and make peace with their inner demons so they can focus their energy on creating and working towards their goals for that day. I've dabbled with morning pages for a few weeks, and although I love the idea of it, 3 pages is just too much for me. I know a lot of people swear by this practice, but for me it wasn't sustainable. What works the best for me is starting my day with some writing, usually with my morning coffee or tea, and I'll usually write stream of consciousness style until I don't feel like it anymore. Sometimes that's 3 sentences and sometimes it's a page, but this practice has helped me normalize the act of writing each morning. Writing in the morning has also helped me get anything major off my chest, or at least address something that's making me anxious or nervous that day. I know this isn't the recommended way of practicing morning pages, but it works for me and has allowed me to write more each day. Number 4, 15-minute Blitz. You only really need 15 minutes of your day to make a pretty simple art journal spread or respond to a basic journal writing prompt. As a rule of thumb, I like to set 15 minutes in the morning or evening to journal. Sometimes I complete a page, but sometimes I don't, and that's alright. Here's an example of a 15-minute art journaling spread that takes up 1 page or half a spread. As you can see, I didn't get to make any cool illustrations or paintings, but I was still able to make a layered collage in that time, which I think looks pretty dainty and neat. This also works if you're writing a reflection of your day or writing to answer a journal prompt. 15 minutes should be enough time to get your main ideas or events down on the page, while also adding a few details here and there. Number 5, no pressure. If you don't feel like journaling for a day or 2, that's fine. Burnout is very real, and you don't want to start journaling too strong or too ambitiously and then quit journaling altogether because it was too much to maintain daily. As you can see in my journals, there are gaps and chunks of days when I don't even touch my journal. That's fine. You need time to step away from things, and more often than not, when you return to your journal, you'll probably find yourself feeling more refreshed and ready to dive back in to your daily practice. Well, there you have it, folks. Those are my 5 tips to journaling more. I hope these tips have inspired you to pull out your journal and to start writing or creating art journaling spreads. Let me know in the comments what you do to help yourself journal more regularly. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you are a longtime viewer, I hope you enjoy this fancy schmancy new outro. I'll see you all next week. Bye, everyone.